Hi friends, here in this video I'll be explaining a problem on simulation. So let's get started. Now here is the question. This problem belongs to a dentist clinic. It is given a dentist schedules all her patients for 30 minutes appointment. It means the dentist is giving time to each patient of 30 minutes appointment, means one patient will come and his treatment will get over after some time, and then the next patient would be entering after 30 minutes. So some of the patients take more or less than 30 minutes depending upon the type of dental work to be done. So depending upon the type of dental work which is required, the patients may take 30 minutes or more. Then the following summary shows the various categories of work. So the table is given. There are probabilities and the time needed to complete the work. So it has been categorized. Like for example, in the first column it is category. Like if the operation is filling, so the time required for filling is 45 minutes and the probability of filling is 0.40, that is 40%. Next, the next operation or category is crown or crowning, that is 60 minutes it will take and the probability is 15%. Next, cleaning, the time required for cleaning is 15%, cleaning of the complete mouth, that is 0.15. Then extraction of the teeth or tooth, that is 45 minutes and it is 0.01 probability. Checkup will take 15 minutes time and the probability is 20%. So that is the category given. Next, it is said that simulate the dentist clinic. So we have to simulate the problem for 4 hours. It is clearly mentioned that the doctor is giving appointment or the dentist is giving appointment of 30 minutes. So we have to simulate the operation of that clinic for 4 hours. It means each patient would be appearing after 30 minutes. So in 4 hours there will be 8 patients. Next, and determine the average waiting time for the patients as well as the idleness of the doctor. So we have to find out that what is the average waiting time for the patients and for how many times or how many minutes the doctor will remain idle, that is without any work. Assume that all the patients show up at the clinic at exactly their scheduled arrival times. So the patients, we have to assume that they are reaching the clinic at spot on, or we can say exact time, starting at 8 a.m. So the first patient would be entering the clinic at 8 a.m. The next one would be entering after 30 minutes, that is 8:30 a.m. Next it would be at 9 a.m. and so on up to 4 hours. So use the following random numbers for handling the above problem, and the random numbers are given. We can check, there are 8 random numbers given. So we have to simulate this problem. Now how to start the solution that I am explaining? First we have to fix the random number interval. So therefore into the solution part, here I am setting the random number interval. So the category of operations which are given: filling, crown, cleaning, extraction and checkup. These I am writing. And the time taken, that also I am writing here along with the probability. Next, in the cumulative probability column, write down the first value, first probability 0.40. Then go up adding the remaining values. So after 0.40 adding 0.15 to it, it comes out to be 0.55. Then in that add 0.15, the next value 0.70, then add the next value, then in 0.80 add 0.20, that gives me the value as 1. Now the random number interval will be, it will start from 0 and go up to, here the cumulative probability is 40, it is 40% because it is 0.40, so 40%. So take the value 1 less than 40, it means it is up to 39. The next interval will start from 40 and here it is 55%, so it will reach up to 54. Then starting from 55 it will go up to 69. Then starting with 70 it will go up to 79, that is 1 less than 80, and then it will start from 80 and go up to 99. So these are the random number intervals. Now I'll simulate the problem based on these intervals. That is, I am going to give the solution to this. So here I have made different columns. Starting with the first column, patient number. There are 8 patients because it is mentioned in the question. We have to simulate the problem for 4 hours. That simulate the dentist clinic for 4 hours, and each patient is given an appointment of 30 minutes duration. That is, the first patient would arrive at 8 o'clock as it is mentioned 8 a.m. Next patient would arrive at 8:30, next would arrive at 9, and next would arrive at 9:30, and it will go on. So it means in 4 hours we have 8 patients, and the random numbers which are mentioned in the problem, those are 8 random numbers which I am going to write here, which are given at the end starting from 40 up to 79. These I am writing over here. Next, dentist treatment. There are 2 columns, the starting of the treatment and the end of it. Next, waiting time for patients given in minutes, and idle time for doctor, that is also given in the minutes. Now starting with the random numbers which are given. Now, how to start this problem? See the first random number, which is 40, and it is assumed that here in the problem also they have said arrival time of the patient is exactly starting at 8 a.m. So the first patient would arrive at 8 a.m. and the end of the treatment it would be depending upon the random number. Random number is 40, so go into the interval. 40 is in the range of 40 to 54. So the kind of category or operation, it is crown, and crown will take 60 minutes. So the patient number 1, which is entering the clinic at 8 a.m., and then the category of operation, that is crown, starts. Crown will take 60 minutes. So the end of the crown would be at 9 a.m. So it means that patient number 1 is not having any waiting time. So waiting time is nil for patient 1, because the moment patient 1 enters, crowning operation starts, it takes 1 hour and then it is completed. So the idle time for doctor also, it is nil, 0. Now in between, when this operation was going on, another patient enters at 8:30. That we have to remember, that another patient would be entering at 8:30. So that also I am going to explain in a step by step manner, that patient number 1 enters at 8 a.m. So the waiting time for patient 1 is nil. Now patient second, he or she, they enter, for example, at 8:30 a.m. because of 30-minute interval. Now, crowning of the first patient or the crown operation of the first patient, it takes place for 1 hour, that is from 8 to 9 a.m. So it means the patient second who is entering at 8:30 will have to wait for half an hour because the operation is going on up to 9 a.m. So the waiting time for patient number second is 30 minutes because he or she, they may wait up to 30 minutes before the operation starts. So it means the waiting time for the patient number second would be 30 minutes. So I am writing for patient number second, the waiting time is 30 minutes, and again the idle time for the doctor is nil. Now patient number second would be entering at 9 a.m., that is the operation will start for patient second. And what kind of operation is this? For that we have to go into the random number. Random number is 82. So go into the interval and check. 82 is in the range of 80 to 99. So the next operation is checkup. And checkup is going to take 15 minutes. So patient number 2 enters at 9 a.m. and will leave at 9:15 a.m. because the operation takes just 15 minutes. Now when this operation was going on, that is checkup of patient second, patient 3 enters at 9 a.m. So when patient 3 enters at 9 a.m., he or she, they may have to wait for 15 minutes because by the time patient 2 is getting the checkup done, so the waiting time for patient 3 is 15 minutes, that is 1 5. So that is the waiting time I am writing for patient 3, 15 minutes waiting time. Now at 9:15 the patient number 3 will go to the dentist. That is the kind of operation is now depending upon the random number, which is for the patient 3. I'll explain again. For the first patient, the kind of operation was crown. For second, it was checkup. And for third patient, depending upon the random number 11, go into the interval. 11 is between 0 and 39. So the kind of operation is filling, and filling will take 45 minutes. So patient enters at 9:15, that is patient 3, and the operation will get completed after 45 minutes. So it means it will reach up to 10 a.m. and by the time patient 3 was getting the filling done, patient 4 would be entering at 9:30 a.m. So patient 4 will enter at 9:30 a.m. and now when patient 4 was entering at 9:30, at that time for patient number 3, the operation of which was going on, it was filling operation for patient number 3. So by the time, it means the patient number 4 who enters at 9:30 a.m. will have to wait for 30 minutes because filling will take place up to 30 minutes, that is up to 10 a.m. Now this patient 4 will go to the dentist. It means patient 4 enters at 10 a.m. after waiting for 30 minutes, and the kind of operation. So here I'll write down first the waiting time of the patient 4, that is 30 minutes, and the kind of operation performed based upon the random number 34 is again 0 to 34. 34 will lie in this range between 0 to 39. The kind of operation is filling, so again it will take 45 minutes. So at 10:45 a.m. the filling will get completed, but another patient has entered at 10 a.m. that is patient number 5. Patient 5 enters at 10 a.m. and that patient will have to wait for 45 minutes because by the time patient number 4 was getting filling done. So the waiting time is 45 minutes for patient 5. So I am writing 45 over here. And then patient 5 would be operated upon, or the kind of operation to be done is, it enters at 10:45 am. Now based upon the random number which is 25, go into the interval and see that 25 lies between again 0 to 39, and the kind of operation is filling, so again it will take 45 minutes. Adding 45 in this value, that gives me as 11:30 am. But when the filling was done for patient 5, patient 6 would have entered at 10:30 am, and the waiting time for that patient would be exactly 1 hour, because by the time patient 5 is getting the filling done, it gets completed at 11:30 am. So the patient enters at 10:30 and he or she may have to wait for 60 minutes, that is for exactly 1 hour. So for patient 6 the waiting time is 60 minutes. Then at 11:30 the doctor will see that patient, which is patient 6, and the kind of operation required for him or her, depending upon the random number which is 66, is, it lies between 55 to 69, and the kind of operation is cleaning. So cleaning is going to take just 15 minutes, that is 1 5. So the patient enters at 11:30, that is patient 6, and will leave at 11:45 am after the cleaning is done. But when patient 6 was being offered the cleaning operation, another patient, which is patient 7, would have entered at 11 am. And now when patient 7 enters at 11, the operation for patient 6, that is the cleaning operation, it was going on, and at the same time previously patient 5 was also operated up beyond 11 am. So the patient 7 which enters at 11 will have to wait for 45 minutes for his turn. So therefore the waiting time for patient 7 is 45 minutes. And now the doctor will see the patient 7 at exactly 11:45 am, and the kind of operation required is, based upon this random number 17, go into the interval, and 17 is again in the range of 0 to 39, it means it is filling operation, it will take 45 minutes more. So adding 45 in this, that will give me 12:30 pm. So now by the time patient 7 was being done, or the operation performed on it was the filling operation, then patient 8 enters, and patient 8 enters at 11:30 am. And by the time when the patient 8 is entering the clinic at 11:30 am, already patient 7 is being operated, and the operation performed is filling, which is going on up to 12:30 pm. So the waiting time is exactly from 11:30 to 12:30, that is 60 minutes for patient 8. So the waiting time is 60, and then at 12:30 the doctor will see patient 8 at 12:30 pm, and the kind of operation based upon the random number, which is 79, which lies between 70 to 79, the kind of operation is extraction of the teeth. So that is, it will take 45 minutes. So adding 45 in this, so 12:30 pm plus 45, that gives me 1:15 pm, that is for the 8th patient. And now when all these operations were going on, we can see that the idle time for the doctor is not there, because exactly at each of the times the patients are seeing the dentist, so therefore, or the dentist is attending the patient, so there are no idle time for the doctor or the dentist. Now the waiting time of the patients are also there. In the question, if I see what was asked, We have to simulate. So here we have simulated the clinic problem and the waiting time of the patients. So we have to also find the average waiting time for the patients. So average waiting time divided by the number of patients. So therefore I can add up all these values and take the average. Adding up all the waiting time and dividing by the total number of patients, which are 8. So therefore the average waiting time for the patients comes out to be, my answer is 35.625 minutes. So on an average, a single patient would be waiting up to 35.625 minutes before being attended by the dentist, and therefore the average idleness of the dentist, that is nil, because the dentist is not having a single idle time, because the patients are arriving exactly on the given appointment. So that was the simulation problem regarding the dentist clinic which was asked. At the end, if you'll find my videos helpful, you can like, share, comment and subscribe our channel and share it amongst your family and friends. Thanks for watching.